Okay, we are going to show a quick overview of the IoT admin portal. We are going to click into the IoT admin section. Now, first of all, this is a very easy platform to use. This is for line of business managers. You don't need to be an IT guy. Super simple to use. And if you've used project management software before, like Trello, then you can use this. Okay, here's your main dashboard with a few pieces of information, and I'm going to just show you the few keys on what you need to focus on if you are the IoT admin. So first of all, in the device section, we are able to look at each device that you have deployed individually. We can look at the serial number. We can see what linked user is associated with that device. And we can come in here in settings on a specific device and check certain things like serial number. We can glean from here what the firmware version is on that device. So the last four numbers right here indicate the date of the firmware. So that would be November 14th. We can also get information such as the MAC address, and we can also get the device status as of last connection. So we get the date on when it was last connected. We see what username was on board during that last connection. We can see if those account credentials are valid or invalid. So this is a good troubleshooting tool. If somebody's having a problem, maybe they entered in their username incorrectly, in which case this would say invalid. And we can also come down here and see the location in terms of city, state, and country. We can also come in here and change a variety of settings on the actual device. But for the most part, the default settings out of the box, you don't need to worry about adjusting them. So now I'm going to go back to the devices. We can see certain things like the history of those connections. We can look at the firmware and also see what applications are enabled on that device. So this is really going to be maybe more for your IT team that can dictate certain ports, but you as the line of business manager don't need to worry about that. So the next thing I want to show you is users. So we can get all the information about the users that we've set up. If we want to create a new user, we can create it right here with first name, last name, username, email, and password. Now this is if you want to dictate what the guy's the person's password and username will be. If you don't want to dictate what that is and put that onus on the user, you simply go into PivotSIP accounts, go under invites, and now we can invite a user. First name, last name, email address. You assign a role, a user, vendor, customer, or admin. Only admins have access to this IoT portal. So if you want somebody to have access to all of these devices, you would nominate him as an admin user. Back to the dashboard. Now, the most handy thing about this platform is easy provisioning of devices themselves. So we can go down here to the QR code generator. And now when you get the glasses, we can generate QR codes here for, so I'm going to just do a dummy Wi-Fi SSID here. And we are going to create a Wi-Fi code. And so I can email that to a specific user, or I can print it out, or I can generate a PDF. And that user can now take this QR code, turn on the glasses, simply scan the QR code, and now we provision that device with this Wi-Fi code. So what else can we provision with these codes? Well, you can create your username, password, and create this type of QR code. See here, just a dummy user, submit. Okay, we've created that. Or you can come down here and create a combination of QR codes. For example, create one that includes the Wi-Fi plus the user credentials. And we can even create one that includes the Wi-Fi, the user credentials, and the speed dial. So keep in mind the speed dial is what you want to program the device to call whenever you touch the button. So select existing. We can also come in here, and if we have pre-existing Wi-Fi SSIDs, we can also create QR codes for those. Or if a user already exists in your portal, simply go down, select that user, create the QR code, and then email it off to that person. Conversely, users themselves have access to this portal only to generate QR codes. So let's say you don't know their Wi-Fi SSID, you just give them a link and they can log directly into iot.pivothead.tv with their user credential. It will bring them only to the QR code section, and now they can create their own QR code. So really, as a line of business manager, those are the only three things you need to know. And it's quite handy if you're an IT guy. There's a few more things in here that you can get involved with in terms of changing ports and settings and things of that nature. But for the most part, out of the box, you don't need to worry about that. Okay, thank you very much.